Warm up. That was a warm up. That was a warm up. Yes. Yeah. Moving in just fortress like it's NOI. I don't even need the army. Why? Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? Lozart_Chicago. Appreciate everyone that's tapping in with me right now, man. Look, we usually try to come up with some interesting takes on topics, things that you may normally come across in in your normal, your natural life and things of that nature. And of course, it's the social media aspect of our presence, right? So we have an online presence, kind of like an avatar, right? I would hope, and I'm dating myself a little bit in terms of my age, but I came up in the era before the internet. So with that being the case, there was such a thing as when someone would look to gain knowledge, they would speak to the old heads, the griots of old, so to speak. Those older folk. They could have been the drunkards. They could have been the old men with 10 kids. They could have been someone of a reputable reputation, a decent person, and they had a little wisdom to it. So that's since we all come from an African settlement somewhere down the line in terms of our lineage, right? So, we still hold on. I would assume, even all the way through slavery, and then slavery ending up into a reconstruction or a civil war, I should mention first. The white folks will never cease to mention it. They always mention it. They reenact it every year. Like, it's crazy. I'm from Chicago, but I do understand the South. I've traveled. I've been in the South many, many times. You know what I'm saying? I know how to move appropriately. Even down in good old New Orleans. I've been through New Orleans for Mardi Gras. One good time. It was a good time too. You know, um, Went to a brunch spot down there. What was it called? It was something about the goddamn shorts. The Daisy Dukes. Yeah, Daisy Dukes down there. Yeah, so went down there, and then of course, when moving around in another city, unfamiliar territory, you try to mind your manners and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Especially when away from your home soil and stuff like that, where people don't know you as much. When you at home, you can just move around how you move. But when let's say if to use this example, what I'm saying, go down to New Orleans, uh, one second. Me personally, I'm still gonna have a White Sox cap on. I'm gonna be that. Well, you know what I'm saying. I may have a Leonard Braves cap on or something. If, you know what I'm saying, if I'm moving through, or maybe a Oakland Athletics. You know what I'm saying, something like that. But no, for real though. Let's say you're down in New Orleans, you did, and you're trying to like find a good parking spot. You know what I'm saying, where you ain't got to pay and stuff like that. Like for the because it's Mardi Gras, so the whole area is lined up, is roped off. You know what I'm saying, and or barriered off, not roped off. It's damn near like physical barriers. You can't get through that. You did, and you're trying to find a good spot, and then every time you try to pull up, you got some random white person like, I don't know, you might get told there like it was a rental car ass. So I'm sitting there like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? The first person, you know what I'm saying, mentioned it to me. I'm like, all right, cool, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I wasn't really thinking about what they was talking about. But then, like, so but I'm still trying to be cautious because I don't want to have no issues. I got my lady with me, so I just want everything to go smooth. I'm just trying to park the car real quick and shit, right? And I'm gonna get into the video in a minute, but this I guess is turning into story time real quick. But no, for real though. So I pull up to another spot, you know what I'm saying, on another block, you know what I'm saying. Now, of course, I'm from Chicago. I'm down in New Orleans. It's my first time in New Orleans, so I don't know the blocks like that. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying. But I know I'm in the area for, you know, where the Mardi Gras, you know what I'm saying, gonna be kicking off when they do their procession and everything. You did. So find another spot where I pull up, and then another one would try to walk up on me. So you know what I'm saying? It was a lady this time, because the first one was some old white man. Now it's some old white lady. She just eyeing me up and down. I'm looking smooth. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm me. I'm doing what I do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing. But nah, but lady pull up. I'm sitting there like, lady, if you don't get up, look. I already seen the brother. You know what I'm saying? The white brother. You know what I'm saying? And I heard what he said. And I hear what you saying too, white lady. You know. And then I snapped on the third, because this third person, because as soon as I'm parking, this person gonna pull up. I guess they was trying to look. They may have been out of town. I don't know. They pull up right in front of me, because I found me a amazing spot. Like I be on it, right, right. And so I don't know if this motherfucker was maybe like Pakistani or something like that. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just saying like he was a Middle Eastern type of person. You know, and we all in the South, so I don't know nobody from nobody. So I ain't even really thinking about it too tough, really. But this mug walked up on my window, and I'm like, nigga, if you don't like shit, like you know what I'm saying? Like damn near, I ain't had nothing on me or nothing like that, but felt like I wanted to reach, like it just let that thing. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. You know, I don't want to shoot nobody, or have no gun or nothing like that to fear for life. Cause what type of life is that, y'all? You know. And that's why I think that, you know, us as men, you know, this video, I really am going to be speaking on understanding of what I've seen in terms of, I don't know, some of these female content creators. So I'm, you know, because I have a daughter, I have a son, and then I have a daughter. So, you know, I have to, you know, be able to, you know, sift through the kind of like what's the overlaying themes out there, so I can better assist my daughter. I would assume, you know what I'm saying, as a father. So I don't know. We're gonna do a video on that. But no, what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, you down in New Orleans, man. It was chill time. You know, lady, we chilled. Hey, we went to Shishi's after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that evening or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And crazy thing about it though, like this was like, let's say this is okay, so my birthday is in February. My birthday's February. It's coming up actually, 26th, right? And so me and the lady, we were just gonna pull up there for like, you know what I'm saying, the season or whatever, to, you know, just to, you know, celebrate myself or whatnot, or just making another year, I should say. You know what I'm saying? It was all love. But so we pull up there like around about the 20th, the 21st, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like, you know, we block the time off, we put, you know what I'm saying, do what we need to do. The crazy thing about it though is the week before that we, you know what I'm saying, end up driving down there, literally, you know what I'm saying, my whole ID, everything was short. Like I had money on hand, but I'm like, dang, because I don't know, went into a Target and don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I got, you know, in a situation where I just was too goddamn high or something, but I don't know. I ain't have my driver's license, but that don't worry me. It never worried me. Shit like that, right? You know. And this is right before the pandemic. So mind you, this 2020, y'all. All right. We're gonna get into the video. We're gonna do a quick story time real quick though. Shit. And so I ain't really stressing it. Like I'm a type of dude, like I don't really stress too much. I try my best not to. I mean, I worry, but you're not supposed to worry. You know, if people read the scriptures, you're not supposed to. You know. And so life taught me that. Like now, like, you know, certain things I really don't want to worry about too much. If I can help it. You know, if I can humanly, possibly in my mind and myself, if I can help it, I don't want to stress about much. You know. Now if I need to, then I have to. Right. But no, for real though, you know, me and baby girl, because we was driving down there, right? Which was cool because I, you know, just take a road trip and she was down for it, right? And the drive down was so smooth. It was so smooth. You know what I'm saying? And the drive back, it was so smooth. It was like real smooth. Um, yeah, man, we pulled up down there, man. So I ain't had no motherfucking ID on me or nothing. We going to the strip club. So that's what she's is, the strip club. So we going to the late night gentlemen's club. Nah, nigga. Going to the strip club, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my lady was down for it. Hell yeah. Like, I mean, she just probably going there for the experience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. And yeah, they let me up in there, man. I ain't had no idea nothing. I wasn't smooth talking to nothing, man. I was just, you know what I'm saying, just kicking it straight forward. You did? And man, I'm gonna tell this piece of the story that I'm just cut it off. When we walked up in there, like we was getting shown love, nigga, and there was chicks from there from Birmingham. Yeah, chicks in there from Louisiana, all parts of Louisiana. I'm sitting here like, you know what I'm saying? Like they could just hear it in my tone, like I'm not from around there, but they were still showing love. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not necessarily it's not what you say. I think all the time. I think it's just I for real. I'm 5'11", y'all. I think it's how you carry yourself. All right, look, let's get into this video real quick, man. Look, I got a good one for you. I got a few videos we're gonna go over today. Look, this is for teaching purposes. Fair use. Fair use. This is so fair. Fair use. Because we're gonna teach this today. Now, this is a short that I just saw not too long ago, and it's very interesting. What caught my attention is the beautiful lady walking on to the camera, right? So let's just jump into it. We'll play it a few times, and then we'll go from there.
About to catch another flight. Yeah. The apple bottom make them wanna bite. Yeah. I just wanna have a good night.
Okay, as we can tell, she's getting properly dressed for various occasions. Right? I would imagine she is she's in her prime. Hell yeah. I would say she's in her prime. I would say she got some childbearing hips. I would say she looks like she's the sapiosexual, so that's cool. Like that's amazing. Like she looked like she could have a little bit of an attitude, and that's okay because a woman like that, you'd be like, alright, whatever, nigga. Like she got a little bit of sass to her, but that makes it spicy, right? And yeah, garner a lot of attention. So let's pause. We teach her. Gym crush, leg day today. So attention, right? She's probably not having sex with him, but attention. Work bay, come to the day party with me. Prayers. This nigga is begging. I don't know if he needs somebody on his arm, or I don't know if he's just trying to show up to his family. Like, look, I got this baddie right here, and she just friends for real. Or he could get clout in the office. Who knows, right? Let's keep going. She on the phone, like, yeah, she's a sophisticated, college degree, beautiful. You did. Got a nice smile. That's the first curve I noticed is the smile first, y'all. Now I see these thighs, man. I see these hips. And if she turn around, she may got a little bubble, maybe got a little bubble on, right? She carry herself very well. This looks very presentable. In my opinion, this is presentable, very presentable. It's not over, uh, it's not doing too much. She's going to go see work bed, right? All right, come on, let's keep going. Uh-oh. Hold on, let's let her walk. Let's let her get herself together. Shimmy it out, shimmy it out. Wow. So she wanted to make sure the girls were sitting up right. I saw that. Did y'all see that? Broadway show starts at 8 p.m., my love. So Zaddy, that's how Zaddy coming out. Hey, you know what? I dated this lady from Kenya. She was, came to the States, but she literally lived her entire adult life through college age in Kenya. Okay. Kenya is a thriving country. Um, and it's a country that, you know what I'm saying, I could probably see myself visiting once or twice, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, The jollof is hidden. But you know what? You can't say that to a Maui woman. Talking about a Nigerian jollof. They don't like that. It's so tribal in terms of the hatred of one another in that big old continent. Salute Africa, though. Salute the motherland. Look, let me get into this, though. The woman would just explain to me how, like, literally, because she still got family, of course, you know what I'm saying? She only been in the States for, like, a few years, basically, right? And I had to be careful, too. I'm like, man, I don't fuck around, get a kid off me, nigga. Now you here forever calling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I told her straight up, don't come looking for me, like, 10, 15 years later if you pregnant, shit. No, hey, look, story time, right? But, no, for real, though. She was telling me, and well, one thing she did tell me as well is that, like, in terms of my middle name Jamal, is seen as, I don't know, a light skinned dude in their culture. I'm like, damn, I never knew that. Why did my parents name me Jamal? I'm like one of the lighter skinned, fairer skinned Kenyans. They're actual Kenyans, but of course, how evolution in terms of things. The in our culture, it would be the light skinned dudes. You know what I'm saying, like Drake or something like that. But in their culture, it's the same thing. But their name is Jamal. I'm like, wow. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? You learn something new every day. But one thing she mentioned about like her people and their culture and how they think about like women, like beautiful women such as this lady right here, pumping up her tits, right? Going to see Zaddy at a Broadway play, like for real, like you know what I'm saying? Like a black dude don't go to a Broadway play. Now, not Hamilton. Don't nobody want to go see no Hamilton or no West Side Story. That's out of there. Who wants to do that? But some women be loving that type of attention from men. So maybe that's what the energy Zaddy is giving, right? And plus, I guess putting herself in certain rooms that, she can, make certain connections. Especially if she has a dude already, like a main dude, then he can't get into those certain rooms to make those connections. She would have to be able to do that and then bring him along. That's how black people help one another. You know what I'm saying? But they only do it for the people that they feel like they really do want to do that for. The people that's, pretty much in cahoots with them. Okay. So she's in cahoots with Zaddy for some type of reason. Let's keep going. All right. Pastor's son, brunch after church. Wow. Okay, not a brunch. If anybody know about the damn brunches, y'all, I don't know if they know. And I ain't even trying to like spill too much game right now. But that's where it's at, y'all. I don't care if you pull it up with women, you can leave that with different women, nigga. But the thing about it though is that you know what it is. That's like going to the club and meeting somebody. You go to the brunch and meet somebody. That's just fun times. If I'm being honest. You may get a little food, get a little tipsy. What you want to do after that? Like, come on now. I've been married before. I get a little food in me. You know what I'm saying? I got me a little drink. I want to poke something now. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. Travel boo. Oh my god. And these are the simps. Those are the simps. I ain't talking about the passport bros. I'm talking about the niggas that just they love to travel. Or they love to travel with a woman. Like niggas stop. A man supposed to have his feet on the ground. Now, if his actual job requires traveling like that, then that's understood. But if you're an average dude, your feet supposed to be planted. You supposed to be making roots in the ground. Not on, you're building your house on a rock, not on the sand. So I don't know. I really don't know. And people can't really know who you are if you always here, there, and everywhere. Now, not saying they need to know all your business. They should not know all of your business. Matter of fact, it's probably to your detriment if they do know your business. Matter of fact, it's a greater benefit if they don't know your business. For many of the folk, I'm being real. But you still supposed to have your feet planted in the ground somewhere. Who knows you? Who are you? What have you done? And who can vouch for that? Right? So a travel boo, I don't know. I'm really trying to okay, so let me say this real quick. So I'll be on the dating apps or whatever a little bit, right? Well, I meet people in real life. That's how I don't really like to do the social media. I like your picture, then I DM you. Like that really, I don't know. It seems disingenuous for me personally, right? And so, with that being the case, I like to, be in more so organic moments. Let's say, you know what I'm saying? In Chicago, it probably is, a benefit to afford some the ability to have a car, but still get on the train or whatnot, go downtown or whatever, or where they work or up north because of the traffic. Especially if you live on one end of the town to the other end, you have to be in that traffic all day. For some people, that drives them crazy. It's so much of the radio you can listen to before you ready just want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like just go off. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just tired. Like I'm tired of being in traffic. You know. So with that being the case, some people would prefer to use public transportation and then get back to their vehicle and then move around the city how they need to, stuff like that, right? So with that being the case, there was this one instance I could tell that it was this young lady. I mean, the train, it's the summertime, so the train is crowded, right? And so I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I got what I need with me. You know what I'm saying? I moved to the city, so I move appropriately and accordingly. And I also have respect and I show respect. You know what I'm saying? So that makes a difference. It really does, for real. Most people are just decent people. A lot of people are just angry. You know? It depends on what area of town you is, but it doesn't make a difference with skin color, or gender or race. That doesn't make a difference. It depends on what type of element that you're, you know, currently immersed in. You know, because if you on the north side or on the blue line or something like that, and it's mostly white people, because you're going towards O'Hare, you're about to, you know, jump on a flight or something like that. You did. For that being the case, you have to be more prepared in your mindset of how to deal with those white folks. Like the lady we were talking about, Zaddy Boo. I would imagine that she has worked in a corporate field and she's been around those white guys and know all the white jokes and all the, the innuendos that they really want to sleep with her. And, black guys like Tyrone is just so not good. And then in her mind, she's probably thinking, well, Chad's ain't either. It's crazy. But that's how this city is. You have to know how to talk to your people and then again still move through areas where white folk is at because it's a matter of life or death. Like if you think about the South, when you go into sundown towns, come on, no, for real. I know my history now. I definitely know American history. I'm a slight historian, sports historian, all that. Chicago historian, all that. I'm just interested in things and I try to learn as much as I can about it. And women have been my subject matter for many, many years, nigga. I got fucking kids and an ex-wife, nigga. So women have been my subject for many years. It's something that you can't unlearn tomorrow, even if you were born a day before it yesterday. Like the fuck. But no, for real. When we look into the travel boom situation, I really am trying to understand what is the purpose other than being a simp. Because when you're there, if you got some friends there or not, you're traveling with a woman or her family is there or whatever. It could be whatever occasion, right? Or y'all just pulling up alone. You usually gonna have to pay for something, my nigga. No, for real. You gotta pay for something. You gonna pay for a drink just to make her feel sexy? Something, my nigga. Come on now. So, if this is not your lady, look, I don't know if I could do it like that. I'm sorry. Now we could pull up to the spot. You did what I'm trying to say? Like, the spot is hot right now. If we could pull up there, I'm sure we'll have a good time. We'll figure, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll talk, you know what I'm saying? And then, that's what it be like, right? But she talking about she need her travel boo. All right, next. oh, she on vacation. She gotta get the spray tan. or get her leg oily. All right, that's it right there. We got more to this video, y'all. We really do have more. Wait, there's more. So I guess my understanding with, just everything about that one situation, it really makes me think that, I don't know, at some point, this is how it's going to go. I'm telling you. Ebony K. Williams. Yes, yes, yes. This is where we at today. Ebony K. Miss. I'm sorry. Let me respect. Let me put some whole respect on the name of who we talking about today, because we about to cook. Beautiful woman. Um, one who would entertain zaddies, I would assume, right? No, I'm being real. I'm being honest. I'm being honest, y'all. One who would entertain a zaddy or two, right? Okay, cool. So this is how a nigga really be feeling.
Scoring a ton of points is not going to help you beat the
Good
best
score.
team in basketball. It's got to be a team
Score.
effort.
Got to keep it balanced, which they've done. As Booker knocks down the second free throw, the lead.
Nigga, that's a free throw. Okay? That's a free throw. So, Ebony K has some explosive comments on this show. I believe it's called Listen to Black Women. And I love the topic. I love the topic because it drives conversation, right? It drives a lot of conversation. Because when you really think about it, what are we really doing? You know? Are we really considering what black women need and what black? No, I'm being real, y'all. I'm being real. As men, are we really attempting to consider what? No, for real, what black women need and what black women want? Right? That's a question because we should, on some level, be concerned about what black women want, and we should listen to black women. My mother's a black woman. My mother was Look, my mother, my grandmother, them was like three people. How about that? It was that many personalities in terms of them, you know. So I understand black women. I love black women. I really do. Black women all across the world. Holla. Ebony K. Williams, I think she's a bit misguided because she feels as if that, she is a bit privileged, and I get that. Now, because at one point within it, and I'm not going to take y'all through this whole interview or whatnot, but at one point she would mention to all of the ladies that are, on this panel, and she states that, for some reason or another, given their shapes and sizes or whatever, accomplishments, things of that nature, they would be considered top tier in terms of women choices, while at the very same time complaining at the very fact that they're not getting attention from the men, the type of men that they want, I would assume. And let me say this is not red pill content. If anything, I'm black pill. I'm blacker than a motherfucker. This ain't red pill shit. I literally have been trained up to be the person that I am right now through life. And life is amazing. So, and I've learned through, trial and error, like most people who know a little bit of something, right? And it's not a bad thing. Now, let's jump into this video really quickly. Just a few points. We got a few more videos, and then we're just gonna let it rock.
Down to misogyny and default presumptions of feminine worth and value. Some of those things control cross-culturally. I only know it from experience.
But I will say some of the women that I know that have dated outside of their race, I do not. I only date black men. But they will try to convince me that it is better. And maybe that's why we have that idea that it is romanticized, because it's like, oh, girl, you need to get you an Italian man because they know how to worship us. They know how to treat us better. Okay, so when it comes to that, do you feel like people throw that in your face as well? Because when you see a Black man that's dating a white woman, it's kind of just like, okay, you know, the athletes, oh, they all got them a white woman, and that's fine.
There's a whole movement called Passport Bro.
This is what I mean.
Oh, God. I mean, it goes to Ebony's point about Black women being fed the narrative that you got to take what you can get, that you're the lowest on the totem pole in terms of attractiveness, and that Black men are actively saying, I do not want a Black woman. I am going to go to another country to find another.
Pause. Again, this is not red pill content. I've never been one of those people. Matter of fact, let me tell a true story. When I sensed that I was in a marriage where it was me against her and everyone that came along with her to my city, and even my own people, because they didn't really grow up with me like that. They didn't even understand like how I was treating the person, which in my opinion was very, very kind. But when the person would act a certain type of way, she needed some level of get right or understanding. And at a certain point, just the ego was getting too enormous where her ego and my ego couldn't coincide in one house, right? That's just really what it was, you know. What I was able to understand was that it wasn't necessarily always my fault. Once I understood that and allowed myself to really process that, then I really understood what my mission was. Most people don't understand who they are until they come against something that proves to them who they really are. That doesn't have to be a negative thing, y'all. I'm talking about literally there's moments in your life where you will be challenged and you didn't think you could meet the challenge, but you do, and then you begin to get a greater understanding of your ability, your awareness, and then also your abilities. I'm able to do something. You know what I'm saying? If I put my mind to it, if I put my effort and stuff towards it, that could be a relationship. But how many people invest in relationships any longer? Let's keep going. And about the passport bros, I don't believe it's about dudes not able to getting women in their local areas and things of that nature. I think it's more of an adventure of just seeing what else is out there. I think that's what it really comes down to. There's no shade or anything like that. You know, I think everyone should. You know, I've traveled abroad. Like I think it's a good experience to have at least once or a few times or whatnot in your life. You know, because you be able to understand that the television that you're watching is not always what's going on at the very same time around the world. You get a broader view of what's going on in the world. So I don't know what that woman is talking about.
Other, ethnicity or race of women because I deem them to be more attractive. I deem them to have more traditional values, bow to me.
Submissive.
And,
Find them to do what though?
Submissive is necessary for a happy home. And El Verna, I liked her music. I didn't know she was tall and shapely like that. Look at her. She looked like some goddamn it almond milk. Goddamn it, like god damn it. look at El Verna over here, looking like god damn it, some fucking organic almond milk on that ass, man. Hey, look, just because I'm 5'11" does not mean that I look. I don't give a fuck if a broad is 6'3", nigga. I'll shoot my shot, nigga.
So
to marry them. There shouldn't be no reason why you can't say, I don't want to date a bus driver. You know why? You're a lawyer. You did your education. You've done your work. You've been on television.
Okay. She's done her work. She's been on television. She can poke her lips out like that with her face looking crazy like that. Why? Still, a man is looking at this like, I will smash and dash you, bruh. You're not even one of the most sophisticated women that I know. You're not even one of the most educated women that I actually know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like that movie Hidden Figures and shit. It be motherfucking women out here that be like damn near mathematicians, scientists and shit like that. And you be like, I'm just a regular, average, above average nigga. Like, why are you talking to me, lady? I'm joking. No, for real though, man. Because when it really come down to it, I think it's a mindset though. I really do think it's a mindset. Look at is this Melissa Ford? Wasn't she in videos back in the day? So for all the young ladies who aspire to be in the dance videos with Fabulous and shit like that, and Fat Joe and the Desert Squad with DJ Clue, and you know what I'm saying, like Terror Squad and shit. That's what you got that's the posture that you have 10, 15 years later. Melissa Ford right here. Now we got the lady with the gold hair, who is a woman, and she's woman presenting, but you can tell she's very masculine. She's even mentioned that she's even had she got friends, you know. That's what they said today. She has a lot of friends. And then Ebony K. I'm putting respect on her name, but because she would probably see it like, yeah, she that, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I'm just putting respect on her name. That's all I'm doing. And then we got Ebony K with this face that she make her right here. All right, let's keep going, man. Look. I don't think we got too much more of this because I can't take too microaggressions. Oh my God, black women talking about microaggressions. Who do you value more? I don't think I even care really. All right, look. When it really comes down to it, I love black women. I swear to God, my mother's a black woman, but I think this is what it's.
Once. Shame on you. It fooled me. We can't get fooled again.
It's down Clay City, yes. Somebody come in, put a ring on it, and take care of your children that ain't his. More than likely not.
You know what? You know how this situation most likely gonna play out. It's unfortunate, but she did it to herself. Most likely, some guy that she like, he gonna become a regular. He gonna come around in his AMG, and he gonna come through glazing cheeks, selling a little dream here and there, have her second, third on the roster, sell a little dream, and this is just an indefinite situationship, and they're gonna ride it out until they don't no more. And she gonna take the short end of the stick ultimately, and that's where they end up because they don't accept reality. They smack into that wall and become an indefinite side piece. They don't even know what they is.
So let me jump back into it here, man. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. This is Lozart_Chicago. Man, look, check me out on the socials. It's Lozart on Instagram. What else? Man, I don't really be into the socials all like that, but you can check me out on Instagram. Yeah. Look, so the reason that we're having this conversation today is because, you know, I think that it's necessary. I have a daughter, man. You know what I'm saying? My kids are important to me. My son and my daughter are very important to me. And that doesn't mean go attack them. That doesn't mean go try to look them up. No. Because, like, for real, like, my kids are very, one, my kids are aware. They're my kids, right? And then two, I've done nothing but show love in this city. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being the case, not saying that, you know, it can't be a moment where people don't show love. Well, no. This is Chicago, right? What I'm saying, though, is that, like, I have a track record of showing love to folk. So, how folk, most times, in most cases, if you ask somebody something about me, they're going to tell you something. They're going to tell you something. I don't know if it's the truth or not. I don't know if it's the whole truth. The up to God truth. You know, so may help them God. Like, I don't know, nigga. But they'll tell you something. Most people will. You know. But with that being the case, I showed a lot of love to folk. I don't stunt. I've always been me. Now, this next video, we got to get into this because one thing that we just talked about was the boss chick, babe, passport girl who always on the go. She really got it going. And she that bad. She is that bit. I ain't say the word, y'all. She is that bit. But when it really come down to it, that's the over glamorized view of it. Now I think that we should focus in more on the trickle down effects, as Reagan would term it, as trickle economics basically in the 80s of what started this whole glam, bam, wham, thank you, ma'am, overindulgence. Well, it didn't start. It was going on in the 1910s, 1915s, even with World War I and going into the 1920s and stuff like that after World War I and stuff like that. And then you had the market crash in 1929. So there was greed and excess everywhere. That happened then. Now, the internet, the .com era, social media, advertising, getting your information, and also sex trafficking kids on Meta and X. They had to go to a congressional hearing about that recently. I was checking it out, but that's too boring. I wouldn't even talk to that really about that with people. But I be just seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I was a broadcasting major, so I pay attention to shit, right? And then life taught me how just to pay attention to shit. Right. And I'm trying to make a better world for my son and my daughter. I'm trying to teach my son how to be a man. I'm trying to teach my daughter what a lady should resemble if she's looking to have a husband, And a man as her father should never overshadow that. He should be able, the aunties, the peer group, the community is supposed to give that understanding. However, I am the one who give that final stamp in terms of that's correct and that's not, or this is correct and that's not. So let's jump into this next video. This is a black woman who didn't know that social media was a real thing and that people are watching her. They're watching you. Everything that you do. So you have to move accordingly. Let's get into this video. This is crazy.
I feel like nobody talks about grieving the life you thought you would have. I mean, I have to be honest, some of my goals were astronomical. Like, I thought by 25, I would be yachting on the Amalfi Coast with my rich husband, having a break-in for every day of the week. So I'm still grieving that because, again, that's what 17-year-old me thought that, I would be doing. But there's also some, small decisions that I've made that, I feel like, I'm just grieving that part. It didn't end up what I thought it would be. I had my daughter at 22.
Let's pause it right there. That's a compelling story. And shout out to the Remnant Princess. She makes dope content. I've been checking her videos out, man. Her perspective is very level-headed and rational. I believe that her voice is magnetic, and but it really comes down to the rationality of the person, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of even like an Instagram picture, like I wasn't even one of those dudes. Oh my God, there was another video I was watching where a nigga was talking about like most what dudes are, we basically just open up our app. Sound like a damn caveman. Open up our app on Instagram and just we can't not see the ass. And look, that nigga, why I thought that nigga sounded so fucking dumb is because, yeah, I had to say it like that. It's because I'm a person that will open. I have the apps. I have TikTok. I'm not really on TikTok as much, but it is Lozart_Chicago. If y'all want to check me out, follow me. Maybe I get some followers. Maybe I start doing some TikToks. I don't know. But I have the apps. But even if I open the app, I turn it to the side so I don't see what's on the forward-facing home, page or whatever. I really don't care. Not saying that it's supposed to make you not care. Maybe I'm jumping the gun because I have another video I want to go to where I talk about this a bit further. But I have to preface this by stating that literally focusing on other people's lives is not helpful to someone's actual potential growth. I'm being honest. You can't do it. But let's finish this video. But shout out to Remnant Princess. The last video was listen to black women or something like that. Madame Noire, I believe. I have the links in the description, but yeah, y'all check it out, man, if y'all want to. Man. I don't know.
And even though me and her father are great friends and we know we're family and we co-parent well and our daughter is very loved by both of us, at 22, I thought that...
Okay. She's trying to paint the story of co-parenting. She probably don't know what co-parenting means. resistance. She probably resists the dude from being around his children. She has a new boyfriend. The boyfriend act like he's tough, but he probably not. And then again, at the very same time, he's trying to act like he's tough over the children. So that makes a problem because he can't get to the dude. So he's trying to act tough over the children. She knows all of this. She sees all of this. She probably even green lights it to a certain extent where she feels as if that is necessary, but it could be traumatic. And plus, the kids probably don't see the father as much as they should because parental alienation is a thing. Let's go.
That would be my husband. And, you know.
And she just said it right there. Because she said that she thought that dude that she had a kid with at 22 and her emotional feelings, and especially if you have a child, I can't speak for women, but I do have 2 children. Been there the whole process all the way to the point where I'm looking at the baby cutting the umbilical cord, right? So what I'm saying though is that, like, with that being the case, even miscarriages, those things happen in marriages too. So even when, or abortions, so even when things occur in relationships, you really look at it from the standpoint of, okay, what the hell is she talking about? And is it the truth? That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I look at my daughter. That's how I look at my son. Now I'm going to listen to them. Definitely. I'm listening to them. Yeah. She basically really just was giving her account.
Clearly he wasn't. We're not together. But it's just.
And this was a dude that she wished that she could, in her young emotional stages of life, not saying that she was a kid. No, she was 22. That's an adult. Regardless of the age of the man, I will hope that he, at 22, he would be in the age range of what's common to her. But with that being stated, she thought that would be the man that she would marry. So she's conjuring up these thoughts off of her feelings. Let's keep going.
Just, you know, little stuff.
And that's why she's mad.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not miserable in my life at all.
Yes, she is.
I love my life. But it's just, you know.
She says that to dodge accountability of what she possibly did in a relationship that ended it.
I'm able to grieve what I thought would.
She hasn't started grieving yet.
Be.
A few moments later.
I never want to go viral again, y'all.
She went viral. Let's keep going.
Like, ever. I hate the sound of my voice. And
she is not someone who records often. Let's go. Because everyone hates the sound of their own voice. It's an internal thing. It's something like it's screwy with the wires in terms of your brain and your thinking and the synapses of understanding. When you're hearing your own voice, it does give some level of an echo. And then again, you're more judgmental of it because it's your word statement. But once you get past that, because our brain is malleable in the sense of it creates certain synaptors with behaviors. That's why right behaviors is good. And that's why probably in the Torah, they were talking about formulating right behaviors instead of bad ones, because bad ones could take over and you could be the bad version of yourself, the Dark Knight. Yes. So it's probably best to formulate good behaviors.
I did not expect that video to go viral. I know everybody.
She didn't think that people was watching her evolution.
Says that, but if you follow me, you know I've been like just real cute and mute, which is what I'm gonna go back.
Cute and mute, meaning that she did a lot of things behind the scene.
Back to being, because I see that some of it was taken out of context.
She don't like the attention or being pressed.
So I just want to clear up any confusion. I am no way stressed, depressed, mad, sad, miserable, sitting in sorrow and regret about my life. I am a college-educated woman who's back in school for another degree.
She got college debt.
So with that being said, I am doing everything in my power to create the best life for myself and my daughter.
Meaning that she's doing it on her own.
Daughter. I am in no way accepting defeat. And I know y'all can't tell for some.
Meaning she's looking for a stepdaddy season in her town.
From some of the stitches. And of course the video was going down for other reasons.
Because maybe some black women in the sister, some black women that's not in the sisterhood questioned her on her comments about her children's father, because you don't talk about things that are of personal nature over no damn internet.
But I stated I am very grateful and happy for my life. Like
she's really delusional.
It's just that reflecting, turning 30, excuse me,
Stop the cap.
turning 30 and reflecting, it's like, damn, I just remember I was just 17, like
Here it goes.
thinking that, the friends I'm with now, they're going to be my friends forever. And
The friends you have now will never be their friends forever.
unfortunately, some of those friendships did not stand the test of time. I was just 21 and pregnant and thinking that
21 and pregnant, and you thinking your life is not over. You actually have gained a whole new life at the same time you gain control over the man's life, in which that you feel as if that you are romantically or emotionally entangled with or tied to. It could be tied to. Let's give her tied to. At the very same time, you really do have some level of work to be done. So don't jump off of the ledge. Stay on the boat.
this man is going to be my husband, and he wasn't. And don't get me wrong, because
It's all Jermaine's fault.
before that get taken out of context, also me and my daughter father have a great relationship. That is my
Stop the cap.
family. But I am.
She said that is her family, meaning that nigga can't go nowhere. He's on the short leash because the daughter. He loves his daughter, or he at least wants to protect her long enough until she's an adult.
Also in a very happy relationship with a man who adores me.
She's looking for her emotional needs to be met. At the very same time, if she will record another video just 5 minutes from now, it will probably state that she has an dependence on financial needs because that is necessary for life in real life.
And again, in no way, shape, or form do I feel like 30 is old. I know 30 is young.
I am 39. Well, I'm 38 right now. I'm about to be 39 years old on I said it earlier, February 26th. I'm grateful. I will holler at her, minus the kid. No, I'm joking. I'm just saying, like, it really depends. I can't front, y'all. I can't front. I'm just trying to make this entertaining, but I can't front though. She's a beautiful young lady. Now, what it really come down to is, okay, well, I know I ain't gonna benefit if I'm fucking with you, so I gotta see where your head is at with it. Are you someone who can bring me some level of peace, even though you have a child? I mean, your child might be cool, your child might not be cool. To me, it's not my child. The reason why I state this is because as a man who doesn't regularly date women with children, matter of fact, the one time I probably did it, it turned out to be one of the wildest situations ever. But I thought Buddy had like one in a pot or one in a newborn child or something like that. This bro turned out to have like 5 of them. I'm like, no. And then when I tried to get down with it, it was like, I ain't trying to throw no shade on Buddy. She was cool as hell. I think she just needed a friend at that time. But I don't know if y'all remember, like this is probably too long ago, but you remember like when motherfuckers at a certain time had water beds and shit. Niggas had water beds and they thought that shit was smooth, like that was cool and shit. Like that shit is not. I wouldn't imagine that shit to be comfortable. I wouldn't imagine that shit to be anything worth anything. Sleeping on, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping with like your comforter and you just. Nah, nigga. Like, that's the stupidest shit in the world. But that's what Buddy felt like. All right, let's keep going.
I feel like I am entering my prime. I thought I was in my prime at 21. I feel like I'm entering my prime now. And I may feel that way again when I'm 40.
Okay. And I ain't coming to crush nobody's dream. I'm not a dream killer. You know. Shout out to Dreamville. J. Cole. No, for real though, man. No, for real though. When it really come down to it, she's 30 years old. She in her prime. She has a kid. Is what she stated. Okay. She's a beautiful woman. She probably got a lot to offer. She college educated, so she well spoken. You know, you can tell her hair ain't looking crazy. You know, she know better not to come on cam with your hair looking crazy. So that's cool. Now you got to see, okay, what's your friend group? Who in your group chat? What? Who you chatting on a day-to-day basis? What they talking about? I'm being real, y'all. No, for real. You can say I'm cat all day. It doesn't hurt me. I don't listen to that. I know who I am, but I'm being real now. Who in your phone? Right? And it's not like to control your phone, but some niggas be paying for bills and still don't ask that. Like, I mean, it's necessary. I mean, you ain't gotta ask it like, who on your phone? Like, that's stupid. But the sentiment of that, because especially if you're a nigga that's keeping your phone clean, like ain't nothing going through your phone like that. Like you ain't got no pictures popping up, you ain't got no random text, you ain't got no hey big heads coming from no DMs or nothing like that. You chilling, like you chilling for real. You know motherfuckers want it, but you chilling because you got a lady that's cool. Then you need to ask her, because if you got a child, we know you fuck. Talking about men. If you got this is what women don't understand, and this is what I would like my daughter to get to understand. You can act all holier than thou with your virginity if people don't know you fuck. But if people know you fuck already, then they gonna look at you like a fuck bag. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
This was me sharing my intrusive thoughts with y'all and also some therapy notes because
She's going to therapy. I wonder if she's going to a therapist that's really giving her good advice. All right. Woo. Shout out to Remnant Princess, man. I'm not gonna play her commentary. I respect her commentary. Let's jump into this next video, y'all. I got one more video. Hold on. Let me set this up real quick. My bad. Here we go. Look. And this is very interesting because when it really comes down to it, social media is a thing. It's part of our lives, y'all. It really is. Come on now. But this is how, honestly, when it really come down to it, most men, they feel as if that they have opportunities to get things correct. It may take some time. Your money may not be right.
You really do believe that the men are going to sit here and let you tell us that you're not going to change and that you can have the biggest, wildest, most AC/DC Led Zeppelin world tour of sluttery that you could possibly have, and that the men just gonna sit here and he's
Oh, my bad. Let's do that one more time. That's my fault. Hey, salute. I believe that's Jason Black. Salute. Using your video real quick. But this is real. Shit. Whoa, I don't know what happened there.
if you really do believe that the men are gonna sit here and let you tell us that you're not gonna change and that you can have the biggest, wildest, most AC/DC Led Zeppelin world tour of sluttery that you could possibly have, and that the men just gonna sit here and he's gonna be a traditional man while you be Debbie Does the World. Man, look here. It's not.
So I don't know what happened there, but looks like we got the connection back. Look. So the last video that we're going to go over at this moment is in regards to, again, the question of the day from Listen to Black Women. We started with a video about Eboni K. That's the, I guess, the segment that she was on. I believe Madame Noire pasted this, or pasted it, or posted it, I should state, right? Salute. let's just jump into this, man. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is at this point. Let's jump into it.
Is your online FOMO slowly killing you? According to Eventbrite, FOMO is experienced by 69% of millennials, while Mashable reports that 56%.
Okay, FOMO. That's a new popular term. Fear of missing out. 56% of people, I guess whoever in this poll, are afraid of missing out on events, news, and important status updates if they are away from social networks. So basically off their social media, off their apps. They feel like they're gonna miss out on something. That's why people will be in dates on their phone. Because they could be on a date with somebody and they may not enjoy the date, possibly. I mean, I don't experience that too often. I mean, I know if a date is not going well, but we're gonna sit there and we're gonna talk it through. We ain't gonna be on the phone looking at each other because I get up and I'll walk away. Like the only reason I would probably step out with you is because I know that, we would probably, chill, go chat, what I'm saying, do something fun, do an activity or something, get you moving around, see your blood circulating through you, you know what I'm saying? And so hey man, Xfinity is really messing with my connection right now. But anyway, let's jump back into this video real quick. Fair use.
Of social media users are experiencing FOMO as we speak. Are we keeping it real about our social media addictions and what it's doing to us mentally? Let's have some real talk, ladies.
I constantly compare myself to people and things on social media. And like my rational brain is telling me, girl, that's fake. Why are you doing this? But I can't help it. It's literally a sickness.
Yeah. And when you...
Let's go back. Just a little bit. Let's go back just a little bit. Okay. Body language. So the woman with the Wu-Tang, she looks like the tall, aggressive woman. I'm sorry. She beautiful. The woman who just readjusted herself in her seat, she's boss bae. The woman right here, she looks like Derek Jackson's ex-wife or still wife. I don't know. This woman right here in the chair with the fluffy chair, I'll probably talk to her, honestly. Like, I would talk to all of them, really. But the one I'll be like, hey, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be this one right here in the fluffy chair. Let's keep going.
But I can't help it. It's literally a sickness.
Yeah. And when you see it constantly, when you're scrolling, whether you're doom scrolling or like just mindlessly looking on through your IG feed, Twitter, or whatever, like that gets into you, even if you're not necessarily trying to absorb all of that subconsciously, it really does something where you do start to compare. You do start to experience these, thoughts of anxiety, depression, things like that.
Yeah.
She's trying to help her, like, get it out. You're talking much. I like looking at body language. I'm sorry. Sometimes it tells a lot sometimes. All right, let's keep going.
Especially like, the trend when people have like keys and they either have a brand new warehouse or a brand new apartment. And then you're in your house looking like, this is raggedy. I think that most people would like to say that they don't compare, but in reality, like I just feel like it's kind of designed for us to stay in that rabbit, that hamster wheel.
Yeah. I feel like I can relate to that, but then also with me, like I have a bigger following. So sometimes
flex. Hey, that was a whole flex right there. She had the dark skinned girl. Well, I can't call her dark skinned because her neck is dark skinned, but her face look lighter than a bitch. What is going on here? Come on, y'all. We gotta stop this now, y'all. Look at the now she got a bull ring and she do got her hair pent up like a goddamn mohawk. And this shirt is kind of, I don't know what's going on with this young lady. She looks beautiful though. I really do think she's beautiful. Like she would be like if the lady in the fluffy chair was number one, the fluffy shirt would be number two, and then Boss Bae should be number three. I go for Boss Bae last because Boss Bae is probably trying to see what's going on in the scene. She ain't checking for me really. I ain't nobody to check for, so she ain't checking for me. But if she go into the scene, ain't nobody checking for her because her goddamn neck and her forehead is two different colors. And the fluffy chair chick wasn't going, then I'll holler at Boss Bae. That's how I be though. I'll holler at Boss Bae.
sometimes when you are like a public figure, people have so many opinions about you. So one thing I do, like if I don't follow you, you can't tag me in anything because people will tag you in all types of foolishness. People will, and when you keep seeing certain things, like you said, it does like
You internalize
it. You internalize it. Like just the other day, like even on my way here today, I had a comment. Somebody was like, "Man, you're so ugly," and like it was under a picture. It was under a video where I do
Okay.
like my skincare.
Okay. She's not ugly. This is not an ugly woman. I think she's very attractive, actually. I don't like the neck being a different color from her forehead and her cheeks, though. I have to be honest. I don't think she's ugly, though. Like, she could get it. Long nails. My mother from Chicago, from West Inglewood. So I understand the ghetto girl thing. It's appealing at times. You can't be like eating your food, like if you got like a plate of food and you eating it with your nails. Now that would just make me like, it's like smoking cigarettes. I walk away real quick. I can't see that and then unsee it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I be thinking you the nasty nail chick. You know what I'm saying? But if the nails are, on point like that, like she looks like she on point, that's cool.
Care routine. And I remember like 5 years ago when I first started building my following, and like if I would go online with no makeup on and stuff, and people would call me ugly, and I was like, dang, I didn't know I was ugly until like
She is not ugly. I'm telling you, she's not ugly. Now, I don't know who she was when she was, one thing that I ask, if I feel comfortable enough, I ask a young lady, what I'm saying? I call every lady young. So let's say we chatting, we're in the chatting stage, the talking phase, right? And depending on the person, I ask them like, so who was such and such, the 15-year-old version of such and such, and some people that are throwing for a loop, they be like, what? They be like, why you want to know? You like little 15? I'm like, it ain't got to be that serious. Really what I'm trying to understand, because I knew who I was at 15. I was moving around like a whole man out here, like for real. And so the whole thing, and I wasn't, I was a kid, but I'm just saying I had to operate in that sense just to survive, right? And so my story is unique, but my story is not one of, not many kinds of stories. You understand what I'm saying? And so everyone has a story. That's what I'm really trying to state. She has a story. Everyone on this panel has a story. Beautiful women. Even Wu-Tang. What is Wu-Tang doing right now? I don't know what Wu-Tang was thinking. But she looked like she used to play volleyball or something like that. She used to be the hooper chick. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool too. Like, you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this lady is not ugly. I love her skin complexion. Me personally, I like a dark-skinned woman to a lighter-skinned woman. So basically, all of these women is probably women that I would, based on, I guess, and I'm not trying to be a colorist or nothing like that. Based off of like their complexion, it doesn't have anything to do with their ethnicity. Doesn't have necessarily anything to do with their religion, or I know everyone got a background and a culture, but this would be like the range of women that I would talk to. You know what I'm saying? She looked like she lightened her face a little bit, but she's very dark. And she's beautiful to me. But I don't know. Let's keep going.
Instagram told me. So then it's like
Instagram told her she was ugly. See, look at the lady that looked like she got a little logic in her brain. I ain't saying that. I don't know her. I don't know nothing, but she looked like she got a little logic. She's shaking her head like, nah, baby. Nah.
You will find yourself trying to unugly yourself. So then you're seeing all these other images of pretty girls. Well, what do I do to be that? So what do I go?
And you know what? Reason why I'm having this conversation right now, of course, this is a male-driven channel. I'm going to be talking to the men, but there may be times where may be some men who have daughters. You understand what I'm saying? And they got to try to figure out how to navigate the craziness that goes on in their daughter's head, because you will never know like what's going on in her head. Especially if you're not in the house with her every single day. The love is real, the connection, the bond is strong, but there's still a certain level of provision of trust from that young lady. I have an 8-year-old daughter that you gain from being right there. And that's why some people, there was such an honor in stepdads at in the 80s, and at a time where right after family structure was the thing, then family structure broke down, let's say the 70s, 80s, 90s, it continued. Now going into 50 years from the 70s, 50 years of hip hop, basically, I'm not blaming this on hip hop, but it is hip hop shows a correlation and a similarity, a parallel, right, of actual reality. And there's been a breakdown from that. So now stepdads ain't stepdad no more. It's not stepdad season. I'm sorry, man. It's get them cheeks season. BBL or not, or natural, or badly built. Get them cheeks season. I'm not calling it that's what I want it to be. I'm calling it as it is. So when it come down to it, even this chick with two tones on her face
go get lip injections? Do I go get lipo? Do I go get a BBL? Like, what do I do to become one of those girls? And so, like, yeah, that's my relationship with it. So one thing I do, like I said, you cannot tag me. You cannot tag me in anything if I don't follow you. And another thing I try to do, sometimes I fail, but I try not to look at social media until afternoon every day.
Oh my gosh, she has to put time limits and barriers, but that's smart though. She said something very smart. Let's put some respect on her. Because she was babbling for a little bit, but she got it together. It took her a little time. She was nervous, maybe. Everybody looking at her two-tone face. She's beautiful, though. I don't know why she needs the two tones on her face. But some people do it. But anyway. She set a boundary, which most people don't like people's boundaries. They want to be able to do whatever they want to do with whoever they want to do it to, depending on the time of day that it is. Now, I'm not saying that women do that. I'm not saying that men don't do it, right? But no, for real. I mean, it really comes down to you do have to set boundaries. You do have to have some limits in terms of your social media usage, because that always is a determinant, in my mind, the biggest determinant in how your mind, you will process things throughout the course of that actual date on the calendar that you have to get things done in real life. And that can prohibit your progress. It can hinder your progress. It could limit your productivity if you allow it.
You. And another thing I try to do, sometimes I fail, but I try not to look at social media until afternoon every day. So like in the morning, like whatever my routine is, like read my Bible or journal or whatever it is.
See, that's why I know she looked like she been through something, and that's the thing. Y'all women think that men don't know if y'all been through nothing just by looking at you or not. They trying to fuck you, so they trying to see where your weakness is. Come on, y'all, stop it. People thinking that men are dumb. No. Social media has exposed that women don't know men as much as they thought they did. The handbooks that their grandmothers and their great-grandmothers written that worked very well, somebody trying to adapt it, and they don't have the same level of tutelage under those same versions of society to use those playbooks no more. So when they attempt to use a playbook, it seems like it's overbearing from a woman's standpoint. You can't beat a man back into submission no more. Beat him back into whatever no more. You cannot. It's 2024. You can't deny a man sex so much that he just gives in and caves in no more. Now, I'm not saying that men should explore their options or become passport bros and lead a country. No, I'm not stating that. I'm saying stand for something or fall for anything. That's what I'm saying. And when you do that, you will find that maybe the lady in a fluffy chair over here, she want to pop it open for you. And then just because they having a chill conversation, Wu-Tang say, hey, I'm just as tall as the lady in the fluffy chair. I got a fluffy chair too. She want to pop it open for you. And now she got a big mouth. Look like she the big mouth one. So she gonna tell the business. Now the chick with the frizzy shirt with the flannel pants, she like, I'm a good girl, and my dad told me not to pop it open, but she popping it open as well. Because it was not saying that it all occurred, but I'm just saying like that's how the thought goes. And then the lady that's most insecure, the lady that's most insecure right here, probably the most beautiful woman in the room, the most insecure. She's like, because she insecure, she's like, he don't want me. But in her mind, she's hoping that he wants him. You know what I'm saying? The man that everybody else is talking about, she's hoping. and probably the one that's gonna do the low key stuff. Like, I'm gonna see if he gonna go for it. And so that's why I think that it's necessary for us men to understand, because men ain't been in the rooms I've been in. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't even understand how the games go. To even dissect women, I'm trying to teach my son these understandings, and while at the same time trying to call my stop being bad, because I know what bad looks like. Stop it. I will whoop you. You know. And so that's how it goes. Look, we could continue with this social media addiction, man. What are my final thoughts? What are my final thoughts on this? I believe that social media it has advantages. Social media really does have its advantages. However, at the very same time, you do have to limit your access to it, because it will not cease to stop accessing you on your app, through your push notifications, through the licenses and agreements. So you do have to limit your screen time on social media and any other format of an app, because all of that is being tabulated and documented. Now, if you're doing nothing wrong, as my father would say, he's a veteran. You know, if you're doing nothing wrong, then, because you know how high these levels go. If you're doing nothing wrong, then you're good. But in my mind, when he told that to me as a young man, I'm like, but it's still some sense of an invasion, like you're being violated. And some people are in marriages like that, where the woman that they claim to love the most would be the one that's never giving them the most respect until you demand respect. Once you demand the respect, now everyone has a problem with the man that demands the respect. It's not occasional. It's not optional. It's not if you feel like it or not. No, you're going to respect this, or I'm going to just walk away. And it's that simple, because I've seen people die for little of nothing because they didn't know when to walk away. Look, like, share, and subscribe. Lozart, we're going to keep doing these videos. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Each one, teach one. No. I really mean that when I say that, y'all. I really mean that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And each one, teach one. It makes a difference. Like, share, and subscribe.